back to the channel. This is going to be a very special video. I'm super excited for it. I've been waiting for these and it's finally here. Well, part of it. Most of it. I don't know. You guys will see. I'm heading to the front gate right now to pick up part of it, and this is going to be so cool. It's time to transform the Supra, boys. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and that is upgrade this dang computer. This thing has been extra slow lately. I've cleaned it out. It is still super slow, and for something that I use literally every single day, probably 10 hours a day, it needs to be faster. So I looked into the specs of this computer, realized, because I forgot, that this computer is upgradable. A lot of people don't think that Macs are upgradable. They are, up to a couple of years. There's a couple of years where they're not, but this one is upgradable. And I only have 8 gigs of RAM in this thing, and it is bogging down. It is super slow. So I went and I picked up 64 gigs of RAM for this Mac, and I cannot wait to see how this thing performs afterwards. I'm gonna shut this thing down and we're gonna break this apart. We're gonna break the Mac apart, figure out how we can do this. And this thing is gonna sound like a fucking F1 car when it is done, because it's gonna have all the RAM. I'm super pumped. All right, so for those of you that are curious of how to upgrade a Mac, it's super easy. That little button above the power cable, you push that, this panel opens, and you got 4 slots for RAM. That easy. So I'm gonna reach in here. Yep, just like that. So there's your little instruction. And there's my 2 chips of RAM, which were only 8 gigs. So I'm gonna pop those out and then put 2 32 gig RAM cards in. And just like that, we got 64 gigs of RAM. For something that I use to edit with every single day, it makes sense to upgrade this thing. And it worked okay for a while, but over time, it just kind of bogged down. And no matter how many times I cleaned it out, it just kind of stayed the same. So definitely pumped to upgrade this thing. Hopefully workflow will be a little easier. This thing won't freeze up, and everything will be awesome. Before we jump into today's video, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to this video's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. It's time to explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Some of my favorite classes that I think that you would like if you're into what I'm into, which is filmmaking and editing, would be video editing with Final Cut Pro X, YouTube success, which is all about building an authentic channel that people want to watch, and videos for Instagram, which helps teach you engaging ways to make videos on your Instagram, whether it's stories or feeds, and it's very helpful. I would say though, my favorite class that I've been watching recently has been iPhone filmmaking, which basically teaches you cool cinematic tips and tricks that you can use with your iPhone to make really cool videos. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there's no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable. It's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in my description will get a free trial with premium membership so you can explore your creativity. Do something today that you couldn't do yesterday with short classes designed for real life. I want to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. All right, so you guys probably saw the title of this video, and that is that my wheels for the Supra have arrived, and so have my tires. Now I've been going back and forth for a while trying to figure out what kind of wheels I should get for this car. And for the longest time, I wanted bronze TE37s. That was like dead set in my mind. That's what I wanted. Spent about 4 weeks looking around on all sorts of wheel for sale sites, old JDM wheel sites, and none of them had the OG bronze. They all had the new Blast bronze, which, as everyone knows, not a huge fan of Blast bronze. So I couldn't find TEs that I wanted, which led me to the next wheel that I've always loved, and I've actually had a set before about 3 years ago. And I absolutely loved them. I sold them, but OGs will remember what they were. In this box is a set of 18 by 9 and 18 by 10 Werkmeister S1 3-piece polished lip metallic silver face wheels. Now these wheels aren't new, they're old, and I got them from Japan. and I had shopped around for Meisters for, again, a few weeks. Someone had sent me on Instagram a picture of this set for sale by Joan. And Joan buys and sells used Japanese wheels, and he had this set for sale at a ridiculously good price. So I couldn't pass it up. If you guys ever need any sets of JDM wheels and you don't want to spend weeks and weeks searching online for something, definitely check out Joan's Instagram. He made the process super simple, and I was able to get these shipped from Japan to here in 4 days, which I think is crazy. Some of you might have bought wheels from him before. I know some of my friends have, and I think it's really cool. So let's take these out of the box, see what they look like. And these wheels are also kind of special, so I'm excited to show you. Obviously, they're old, they're dirty, they've been used, but how old are they? I had no idea, and you really never do when you're buying a set of wheels, unless you get pictures of the stamps on the insides of the wheels, and I didn't know. I just knew that from the pictures, they looked to be in really good shape. There was no bends, scratches, cracks, nothing like that. So when they got here, obviously I was curious, so I investigated. So on the back of the wheel, there's a sticker on the inside.
Are you talking to yourself again, Michael?
Excuse me, sir.
I could hear that voice.
Do you like my wheels?
They're nice.
Okay, fine. So you look on the inside of the wheel, and they actually have dates. So this one says, if you can read that, October 7th, 1999. These wheels are older than my younger brother, who just turned 21. That's freaking crazy. And they're in really good shape. I don't know, they've probably been rebuilt in the past, they've probably been drifted on, they've probably had a huge history, and I don't even know. But they are really nice, really rad. I think that they'll clean up very well. Obviously, there's a ton of brake dust in, everywhere. And I think that they will clean up and be the perfect wheel for the Supra. 18 by 9 plus 30 in the front, 18 by 10 plus 30 in the rear. Should be perfect. And to go on these wheels, I got a set of Toyo R888Rs, and we got some 275 35s for the rear, and then I believe some 235 40s for the front. Before we put the tires on, I want to try and clean these wheels as best as I can, and I think Griot's, shout out Griot's, will have everything that we need to be able to clean these up and make them look brand new again, or as close to brand new as 22-year-old wheels can look. Also, if you caught the Easter egg on the side, posters are in. This batch is bad. It came all bent. I was trying to use the wheel boxes to kind of flatten them out, but those are bad. Have a new batch coming, but the other batch, the other half of the batch, is good, and it's right in here. So I will give an update as to when those go live, but I also want to say you guys have been killing it on the air fresheners. Today's the day they dropped, and it's been about 8 hours, and we're more than halfway sold. So you guys are absolutely killing it. I'll give an announcement on my Instagram when the posters go live as well. Should be probably a couple weeks from now. I just need to find the time to catch up on shipping all of these orders out in between clutch kickers, in between FD, in between everything. So enough talk. Let's get these over to the wash bay and try and clean them up.
Take two, no hitting barrels, other barrels.
We got back from Clutch Kickers like 6 hours ago, 7 o'clock I think we got here, and from 7 to 2 in the morning I have been packaging all the air freshener orders, and I got a lot done. I'll go out of focus just for the addresses, but I was able to fill almost both wheel boxes with all air freshener orders. I think I sent out about 400 of them. So that's absolutely insane for a 6-hour period. I should be sleeping right now, but if you wanna succeed in life, you gotta put in the work for it. So I definitely am pumped that I got that many done and ready to ship out tomorrow. So if you are one of those people that has placed an order as of the earlier orders, you should be getting a notification in your email that they are shipping out. So hope you're pumped on that. These wheels came out absolutely amazing after we washed them. I don't even think that I need to get them professionally fixed or anything like that. Probably just the outer lips getting polished. But other than that, they came out phenomenal, and I couldn't be more stoked. These wheels are 21 years old, and they look really, really freaking good for their age. So next up is the tires. We got our 888s for them. I'm going to pick this video up in a few hours when it is the next day and I'm not tired as heck, and we'll be mounting these on, and then we'll put them on the car, and the car will look freaking amazing. Okay? Awesome. Alright boys, we got some Meisters and we got some R888s. It's a freaking match made in heaven. So got the trusty old tire machine over here. Gonna set you guys down and just try and knock this out. I've never had R888s. This is a whole new world for me. I'm usually a stance boy, and I guess this is classified as stance as well, but just the one that involves a little more meat. Today is a freaking huge day. We are finally getting rid of these dang AutoZone wheels. I don't know whether I want to throw these in the garbage or make a table out of them or some kind of wall decoration. I don't know, but they need to go. And I'm so pumped that I'll be replacing them with those beauties in there. God, they look so good. Not only did I go with Meisters, but I went with some of the best lug nuts that you can get. And I use these for pretty much every single one of my cars, and they are Muteki lugs. Always look super nice, super clean, and if you're ever wondering what kind you should run, definitely run Mutekis. Alright, but it is friggin' time. Not forgetting the friggin' wheel lock key this time. Yes, I do. Got it. No, you guys need the better view. I'm gonna set you right here. I'll even brighten it up for you a little bit. There we go. Oh, I'm fucking excited. Don't worry about the brakes being gross. We'll do something about the brakes in the future. Oh, 18 by 9 plus 30. Please be perfect. I'm usually pretty good with wheel measurements. These ones are kind of important. Please don't be wrong about them. Dang, I didn't even know they came with wheel locks too. Muteki knows what the fuck is up, I swear. Alright. These fenders aren't rolled. I'm gonna go slow, but it looks like this is gonna be the absolute perfect fitting wheel for this car. Come on. That is so money. That is so good. Let's get in there a little closer and look at this. Come on, come on. Woo! Little sunk, but that's okay. It is a little more of a forgiving offset, but the fenders aren't rolled, and I don't think that I would rub at all. So That's sick. These are so much fucking better. Oh my god. Leave a comment down below if you guys agree. All right, I can't take these wheels anymore. Let's take all the other ones off. All right, now that I see these wheels on this car, there is no way in hell that I'm putting these AutoZone wheels back on. Rear fitment is like almost too good and rubs. Unfortunately, in its current state, it rubs, but look at this. It looks so freaking good. I'll show you what I mean. Now, I was dead on with wheel spec. I have never seen a more flush fitting rear setup on this car. It is legitimately perfect. The only downside is the gigantic inner fender lip of the Supra, and unfortunately the tire is resting on it right now. I never do this, but I'm gonna raise the rear for the time being because I am sure as hell not putting the AutoZone wheels back on, and I need to keep these wheels on. So I look at the front. The front probably has like a centimeter worth of tire gap, so I'm going to match that on the back, raise it up a little more. That'll give me at least enough to drive this thing around, and then I can get the fenders rolled in the very, very near future, be set and ready to go with these wheels and tires. So that's my executive decision. I am making it, I am keeping it. These wheels are staying. They look so freaking good. I could probably throw like a 5mm spacer on there and not be worried. The rear is perfect. It just needs the fenders rolled. All right, so raised it 3 centimeters. Got the same gap in the back now as we do in the front. Plenty of clearance, hopefully no issues. I'm gonna tackle the driver's side now. All right, my vision is slowly coming together. Wheel fitment is awesome. Definitely gonna put an order in for a spacer for the front and get the fenders rolled in the back. Probably in the front too, just for peace of mind, but never know. From a side profile, you can kind of tell the rear is just a little bit higher than the front, but I just wanted reassurance that I'm not gonna hit anything for the time being. I'm freaking pumped. These were the perfect wheel that I wanted for this car. It just kind of further confirms for me that this car needs a wing. It still looks very plain, even with wheels and coilovers. It needs a wing for sure, and probably honestly like a subtle body kit all the way around the car. I'm debating on which one that I want to get. I have an idea, but I need to place an order with it and make up my mind, because that's gonna be a drastic change for this car, but I think it'll be worth it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Obviously wheels would change a lot about a car, but to me it still looks very plain. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you, Joanne, for getting these wheels to me very quickly. I really appreciate it. They're awesome. They fit perfect. Just need a little rolling and we'll be good. But it's late. Tomorrow we have FD. Flying out at 9 in the morning, so I have to be up by like 7. So I'm gonna end this video here. It's storming out, it's late out, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.